come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull, Jay Williams. And Jay, once you beat the traffic, this is one of the great stops in the NBA.
When you step your foot on that purple and gold floor, you know you have to bring your A game. Plus, your trash-talking A game to all the celebrities sitting courtside, Ed.
It's the definition of showtime. Let's do this. The Houston Rockets control the opening tip. To Harden. Wall to Cousins. From long range. And DeMarcus Cousins. You give him space, he can burn you. Hits the three.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide-open three.
Schroeder to James. Oh, he had it. Into the front court. It's Wall. Up by 3. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Schroeder to James. Nothing going here on that drive. And a chance coming up at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. First one goes down. Fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Houston takes over. Wall picked up by Schroeder. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Threes and layups. That's what the Rockets do. They're not a team that settles for mid-range shots. And that's a good job of getting to the rim and racking it.
Anthony Davis, defended by Tucker. Here comes the screen. James. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Good look that time, but off the mark. Wall with it up top. Leads 4. Here comes the screen. Harden. They work it down to Cousins. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Nothing going here on Davis to James. Here comes the screen. LeBron James missed his first. That one goes.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Harden has it up the floor to Cousins. Surveys the floor. Schroeder with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Cousins to Wall. Won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
To Matthews. Down low for Davis. Short jumper misses.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Wall. To Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, where James Harden, muscle memory, gets it to go.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. LeBron James sizing up Green. To Davis. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Anthony Davis has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. First free throw is good. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Rockets in control of the basketball. Wall. Here comes the screen. To Wall. They get it down to Tucker. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
P.J. Tucker at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. And the lead is up to 9. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Try from the baseline, but it won't go down. Gordon with it. It's a 9-point lead. The drive right to the basket. Spinning shot won't fall. Across the timeline comes James. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the 3-point play. The lead is down to 6. Had a good look there, but it's no good. 1 quarter down. The Rockets with the lead. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Here comes the screen. Caldwell Pope, defended by Tucker. They work it down to Gasol. Off the assist.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
It's Rockets ball. Wall, guarded by Morris. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. to Kyle Kuzma. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Kyle Kuzma, couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way. John Wall at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 78% at the line. Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. 5-point game. Anthony Davis matched up with P.J. Tucker. To Schroeder. Down low, Gasol. Shot from in close, no good. Into the front court comes Wall. Leads 5. Finish that. Anthony Davis with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Kuzma to Davis. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Wall. Here comes the screen. Wall. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Anthony Davis. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
Harden. Gets a look. Can't hit. Los Angeles has the basketball. Schroeder up against John Wall. Able to convert inside. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Here comes the screen. Wall. And the finish at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Here's Schroeder with it. Down 3. To Davis. Can't connect from inside. Wall to Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Shot by Davis, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Wall to Harden. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Wall. buries it on the catch and shoot. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Rockets have the ball. Wall gets to the basket and scores.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
That's it for the first half with the Rockets in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Rockets entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Lakers are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Assists.
The Houston Rockets are having a great time out there. When you see players getting their teammates involved and having fun, it's the best way to win. John Wall is the assist leader among his teammates.
Player of the half.
John Wall really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
LeBron with it up top. The deficit is 6. To Davis. Won't go. Wall into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Harden. Smothering D. Schroeder with the basketball. Now down 6.
Big pick right there.
Here comes the screen. Here's LeBron for 2. Not that time. The follow won't go either. Houston with the basketball. Here's Wall for 2. And the rebound taken in by Davis. To James. Davis. LeBron James. 3 for 6 now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Wall across the timeline. Leads 4. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Wall to Harden. Has a chance. Not today.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
And now Houston has the basketball. Wall to Harden. Pass to Cousins, down low. The monster stuff.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys trail now by 4. James. Not that time. To Wall. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. And he'll go to the foul line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Nope. First one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Los Angeles, they have it to James. Short jumper stays out.
You know, and everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Anthony Davis, defended by Tucker. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Wesley Matthews. Substitution being made in this one. Harden in possession. Up 5. To Gerald Green. Here comes the screen. It's Harden. Just off the mark. James into the front court. He'll run the offense. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Harden in possession. Up by 3. Count the basket at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
LeBron into the front court. Final minute to play in this third quarter. Schroeder up against John Wall. Here comes the screen. Schroeder. Shot from the lane won't go. Harden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Wall. There it is, John Wall. Now 3 for 9.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here's Schroeder with it. The margin standing now at 7. James doesn't have the touch. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it. John Wall goes to work. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Desperation shot here from half court. 3 quarters down. The Rockets with the lead. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here comes the screen. Schroeder to Gasol. Marc Gasol. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Gerald Green here against Morris. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Houston takes over. To P.J. Tucker. McLemore, guarded by Morris. To Gerald Green. Shot clock winding down. Fires the three. Schroeder with the board. Kuzma to Schroeder. To Gasol, down low. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Gordon with it. Lead stands at 7. Almost. Unlucky bounce.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Marc Gasol has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Into the front court. It's Wall. Leads 5. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
The best basketball. And I know I'm saying this, and I shouldn't be saying it because I'm calling the broadcast, but as a player and a fan, you know you tune in to the fourth. This is where guys earn their paychecks. This is where you see real fight and real hustle.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way, shooting 66% in this contest. First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Wall with it up top. His team on top by 8. It was right there. Lakers ball. Matthews takes on Eric Gordon. To James. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving right to the basket. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Rockets in control of the basketball. To Cousins. Missed a wide open look. LeBron into the front court. They trail by 7. Short jumper off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
You've got to get that one to go. DeMarcus Cousins. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
James to Davis. And the basket good at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Wall. Tucker. To Wall. 5 to shoot. Shot from in close, no good. Jumper's good.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together. Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Missed the second. 0 for 2. Got it to go. And the foul. Get off the tracks. The train's coming through.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Oh, he can't connect. 19-footer at the buzzer. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets got themselves a win here today. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. The Lakers just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Lakers found themselves scrambling around the floor, unsuccessfully trying to prevent the kind of passes that led to quality shots for the opposition. It was a problem throughout the game, no doubt about it. John Wall didn't have much trouble working the defense and setting up his teammates with scoring opportunities.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
just off the 405 freeway in downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, between the Laker girls, the purple and gold, all the banners, all the celebs, you better stay focused.
Ed, are you reading my mind right now? There's a reason why I'm late to the game. Those Hollywood parties, nothing better. But let's get it on the court.
No distractions here tonight. Let's do this thing. Won by the Washington Wizards. To Beal. Russell Westbrook, guarded by Schroeder. Beal to Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. It's James controlling the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. And the rebound taken by Lopez. Westbrook across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Their drive by Westbrook, but a shot stays out. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Davis looking for his man. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
It's James controlling the offense. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Westbrook into the front court, trailing by 4. Baseline drive. From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
LeBron James, 3 for 4. Good start. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Anthony Davis, picked up by Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Washington basketball. Ish Smith to Beal. Probing the defense. Not that time.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Pass to the rim. Anthony Davis. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Beal. To Smith. Gets it in the right corner. Not that time, and not his shot. To Kyle Kuzma. stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Time to shuffle things up.
The game for the Washington Wizards, number 6 and number 16.
Ish Smith. Has a chance. Offensive rebound. Oh, and a putback.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 73%. Off the mark at the line. Wizards at the controls. Shot from the lane won't go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Rebound taken by the Wizards. We're through one from Staples Center with the Lakers on top. Jay and I return after this. It's the NBA on a Friday night, and it's on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Across the timeline comes James. The lead stands at 9. To Gasol. Won't go down. Defenders lucky he wasn't called.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
And scores on the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Lakers at the controls right now. And the rebound corralled by Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Marc Gasol, huge block. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Ish Smith. To Westbrook. Has a look. Shot by Westbrook off the mark. Short jumper stays out. Ish Smith to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook. Marc Gasol pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Davis to Matthews. LeBron James. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
And 2 for AD. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Russell Westbrook, guarded by Schroeder. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Schroeder gets it in the left corner. To James. Short jumper off the mark. To Westbrook. To Beal. Here's Lopez, down low. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. LBJ with it. Takes stock of the floor. James to Schroeder. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Here's LeBron for two. Not that time. Westbrook into the front court. They trail by 7. Trying to cash in. Chance for West. And a putback slam. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Schroeder to James. Drive here, but the shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Westbrook to Beal. Russell Westbrook steps into it. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. LeBron with it up top. Up 5. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
New blood coming in for both sides. Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys should be able to get the final shot. From 18 feet, at the buzzer, we reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Lakers are in a close game thus far. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Wizards are still very much in this matchup. Offensively, when they're in the paint, they've had success. They need to keep that up if they want to take the lead in this contest. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Points in the paint.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Lakers ball. To Davis. Schroeder. The drive right to the basket. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reaching fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Oops, he missed the first one. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Westbrook with it. His guys down 3.
Screen.
To Beal. Robin Lopez. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field. Schroeder with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. James guarded by Beal. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Beal to Westbrook. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
To Matthews. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Driving right to the basket. From the outside, no good. James into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. LeBron matched up with Beal. Nothing going here on that drive. Another chance. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Russ at the controls to Beal. To Lopez. Nothing going here on that drive. Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Russell Westbrook has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. Can't connect on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Los Angeles has the basketball to James. Nothing going here on that drive. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
First try, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Westbrook across the timeline. They're down 3. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally. Shoot your shot.
Los Angeles, they have it. To James. Not that time. Westbrook into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Russell Westbrook trying to cash in on a 3-point play. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Lakers at the controls right now. James. Short jumper won't go down. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. Throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
LeBron into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Big slam. Takes it right at the defender.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9". Nine 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
LeBron into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Shot from in close, no good. Wizards have it. Westbrook. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Thomas Bryant at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 55% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. To Gasol. Markieff Morris, guarded by Russell Westbrook.
There you go. Watch him. I got you here, right here, right here.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Westbrook with it. Up 6. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. Wizards have the lead. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the 4th, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Screen coming. Oh, he had it. Caldwell Pope. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Markieff Morris at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. The free throw is good. It's back to a 1-point game. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook against Markieff Morris. Oh, emphatic slam.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
To Schroeder. Has a look. Rebound owned by Washington. Westbrook with the basketball. Up by 3. To Smith. To Westbrook. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Schroeder to Caldwell Pope. To Schroeder. Wide open look, won't go. Is Smith. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Kuzma to Schroeder. Lets it fly from long range. That won't go. Westbrook. Ah, the monster stuff.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Oh, Neto picked up by Schroeder. Trying to cash in. Wizards pull down the board. It's Washington with the basketball. Ish Smith. Here comes the screen. It goes down.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Here's Schroeder with it. His guy's down by 9. Here comes the screen. Anthony Davis lets it fly. Can't connect. Short jumper misses. To Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Count it.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Lakers ball. Schroeder to Davis. Nice pass to get things going.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw is good. It's a three-point play, and that just might put this game out of reach. Schroeder to Matthews. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Beal. Ish Smith. Shot won't go. Bradley Beal. Doesn't look good here, and LA's going to have to make some changes. You hate to see anybody get hurt. That appeared to be a lower body injury.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.